Okay, everyone, good afternoon. Sorry to interrupt you. Good conversations you all have been having. It's been a fantastic day so far, and it's only going to get better. Following this interview, we'll have lunchtime, and then we'll have a great afternoon as well. I have no idea what's happening in the rugby, although I do see some people watching it on their devices. It's great. My name is Greg Fromholz. I'm involved with the Rubicon team as well, and it's a great honor to be here today, especially to introduce my next guest. This is Rosaleen McDonagh. She worked in Pavie Point Traveler and Roma Center for 10 years, managing the Violence Against Women program, and she remains there a board member. She's a regular contributor to the Irish Times and has written ostensibly on the framework of Traveler feminist perspective. Dr. McDonagh's work includes the Baby Doll Project, Stuck, She's Not Mine, and Rings. And Rings was recently performed, actually, in 2010, I believe, in Washington, D.C. Rosaleen has a BA in Biblical and Theological Studies, an MPhil in Ethic and Racial Studies, an MPhil in Creative Writing, all from TCD, and she holds a PhD from Northumbria University. In other words, I'm way out of my depth here. So please put your hands together for Dr. Rosaleen McDonagh. Good afternoon.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm out of my depth.
What's that? You're what?
I'm out of my depth.
No, you're not out of your depth. No.
When I have a microphone, that's when I'm out of my depth.
When I have a microphone, I feel at home. Yeah, I feel love for the first time. No, I'm just joking. It's amazing to have you here. Thank you for coming here today and for just speaking with us. I want to just ask one thing I read in your bio. You said you have 20 brothers and sisters, is that right?
I'm from Sligo.
Yeah.
And I was born in late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
I'm not going to say when.
Yeah.
But contraception in Ireland was very difficult. And also, I suppose, in those times, Irish families were quite large. Irish settled families, normally if they had a farm, it would be about 8 to 10 children. But for travelers, we always had to do one better.
Love it. And did you grow up in a traveler community?
No, my early memories was in a tent on the side of the road, and then we got a little bit more sophisticated, and we had a trailer, and you would call it a caravan.
Sure.
And I wouldn't want to idealize it or romanticize it. It was hard. Yeah. Really difficult.
Yeah.
Really hard.
20 of you living in one.
I know, not that, but just general hostility towards travelers.
Yeah.
You know, we were always on the edge of the town, the edge of the conversation, the edge of the system. And unfortunately, we're still there on that edge. Anyway, we can come back to that later.
No, keep going. This is incredible. What was it like to grow up living on the edges of society?
I mean, if you think of African American, or you think of other black or ethnic minorities of my age, racism was normal. We thought, settled Irish people, we thought we were subservient. You know, in the same way that disabled people or gay people would have believed you're nothing. And I mean, we didn't feel that way all the time. When we were among ourselves, we were very proud, strong, and gregarious. But once you hit that interaction, be it school or whatever, then you know that does affect your self-esteem, your confidence in a really, really, really destructive way, because it's not just on an individual level, it's on a family level and on a community level. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
You know, and it wasn't just travellers. If you look at other communities, the Maoris or the Aboriginal people of Australia, the same symptoms of that negative, hostile environment.
Yeah. And was it 2 years ago that the traveller community was finally recognized? Is that true?
Yeah, but you have to understand that official recognition on the outside took 30 years of activism, but we always knew we had a different ethnicity to our settled Irish friends. We always knew, and the funny thing is, the state didn't know, but the police and the judicial system always knew. So it's a double edge that even though it was only 2 years ago, why are so many traveller men in prison, similar to young African Americans? So the state on one level claims it didn't know, but yet the police and the judicial system
did.
So that's hard to work through.
Can I ask, growing up as a traveller in Sligo, is that it now? How did your parents or your elders, those who were in your community, how did they raise you with such confidence when you were facing racism in schooling, I suspect, as well as other areas? How did this confidence grow within you?
I think most travellers, young and old, you give them a microphone and we have it.
Yeah, okay.
I think you build yourself up. My mother was a very strong woman. She wouldn't officially be described as a feminist, but I think, first of all, having 20 children, but also having a daughter with a significant disability does bring out something in you and in your mother, where I was surrounded by love, and I went to school, special school, at 4, and that was really hard for my eye. I mean, that was a huge sacrifice.
Yeah, I understand.
But I also think we don't hear enough traveller voices in the public domain, and when we do, we think, oh my God, they're very articulate, or they're full of this. And I think, actually, on an average day, I can't string a sentence together.
I do not believe that.
But you know what I mean? I'm not any different to any other traveller. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm here, and this is a performance, and I know how to, But I think we don't hear enough of traveller voices, and therefore when we do, people think, oh my God.
Do you think, is it changing for the traveler community now as far as a greater acceptance, do you think?
I think it's twofold. I think what's really worrying at the moment is our stats for mental health.
Okay.
Traveler men and women, you know, are 8 times more likely to take their own lives.
Oh my God.
And that's just, and again, if you look at the fallout of racism, people are under the illusion that racism is about access or denial of access. It is, but it's also about somebody taking a hammer and hitting your self-esteem over so many years, so many generations, that, you know, I'm not sure we're in a better place. It's also, you know, the wider environment. If you look at what happened around direct provision,
Yes.
and the way communities are responding to that. If you look at or listen to the fallout of Trump on a global level, if you think of climate change and the way young people are harnessing an issue and in such a virtual way in order to be heard, I don't think Greta is just talking about climate change. I need some water.
That's fine. No problem at all. Okay, we got it all.
But I think the whole environment at the moment, racism has become normalized in our everyday language, in our everyday encounters. And I also think in Ireland, you know, status and privilege are huge elements or symbols of power and influence, where they may want a black person, but they certainly don't want a traveller. So there's all this mess underneath. Does that make sense?
It does make good sense. Can I assist?
No.
Good.
I'm really, really tempted to ask for a straw, but I won't.
Do you mind if I touch it? Can I touch it? We got one now.
Did you know?
No judgment.
Did you know in Italy, as a disabled person, we need a straw? But in Italy, since the straw ban, they've introduced spaghetti.
Straw. Come on.
And I say, way to go.
Absolutely. Phenomenal. It's brilliant. What are the biggest challenges that you face today, as not just as a traveler, but as a person with disabilities?
I'm very tempted to say my hair. But that's not what you mean.
No, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
And you know what? We talk about intersectionality and the way that maybe racism and gender, or racism and sexism, or homophobia, or ableism. I think for lots of disabled people, when you're not the cute, articulate, get up and go, overachiever, they don't want you. I'm not one of them. I'm really strong, proud, disabled woman. I live in this body. I love the aesthetic and trying to operate in an environment where you constantly have to remind people a ramp is an aesthetic choice, where a speech impediment is rich with texture and whatever else, where productivity is not measured by economics, where creativity, knowledge, wisdom, and being present are values that outweigh competition. There's negative stuff, of course there is, but I'm not going to give you a list.
Okay.
You know,
I appreciate that.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
But for example,
Yeah.
someone like me won't be allowed on radio. I won't be able to be, I can be I'd rather do what you're doing. I'd rather be the host and ask the question. So there's something about, regardless of my CV, my competence will always have a question mark.
Okay.
And that's not, it's not a good value system. I also think that when we think of disability, we think of conditions and labels and what people's limitations are. We also think about men rather than women. We also value sports, disability sports more than disability arts, because sport emulates the able-bodied body, where arts is a very political. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it makes a load of sense. Do you have any questions?
What part of America?
Originally, near Chicago, so Michigan, but I've lived in Ireland for nearly 30 years. Yeah, I can't shake the accent.
Okay, you're here for 30 years.
Yeah.
What if you, between ourselves, 3 things that you have noticed over the 30 years, positive things.
Wow.
And you're not allowed to say gay marriage.
Okay. Okay.
You're not allowed to say the 8th Amendment.
Okay.
So, other things.
You're right, you're way better at this than I am. I should have asked you that question. What have I noticed over the last 30 years? I've noticed there's a deep loyalty amongst the Irish.
Nationalism.
No. Personally, people, they have your back. I have noticed that in my life.
As a traveler, I would notice that within our community, but I wouldn't.
Yes, so I would totally agree with that. Within my community, I would notice that. But as outside of my community, people always see me as a foreigner. They always see me as an outsider. And so I always have, but I'm not supposed to be negative, right? So I'm trying to be positive. So within my community, I've felt very accepted, even as an American living in Ireland. And that's been a good thing. Another great thing is that I love the arts. I love writing and creating and directing short films. I love that. And there's I'm finding, even in the wider community, acceptance to an encouragement to pursue those arts, which I love. And the third thing, well, I can't be negative because the food's not great.
You don't like potatoes?
No, it's not that I don't like potatoes, but after a while, right? It's not a pasta straw, right? It's there needs to be some innovation going on here in this country as far as food goes.
Okay, we have 4 or 5 vegan restaurants in Dublin.
Yes, we do. Yes. I don't mind the vegan restaurants. They're a bit more creative, though I'm not a big nut loaf fan. It's like too much nuts. Like, it's just like,
Come
seriously.
on, we're trying.
Okay, and the third thing, especially actually with the younger generation I'm finding, is a deep desire for a deep desire to understand each other better, and a deeper desire to make Ireland a better country when it comes to the way we view one another, the way we see one another, the way we accept and open up opportunities for one another, the way that we dig beyond all of the trauma that's come in so many different places and institutionally, whether it's the government or church or doesn't matter, that there seems to be resilience within the Irish in this new generation that's saying, we want more and we believe there's more for us. And I'm very encouraged to see that pursuit.
But do they want, in your perception, they want more commercialism, or is it more truth around values?
My perception, from a quick glance, you could easily say commercialism, but I think you nailed it. I see a real pursuit of truth when it comes to values. What are real values that we hold among one another?
I worry about young travelers by way of letting go some of the negative stuff in our culture. And we all have it.
Yeah, we do.
Settled people have it as well.
We do.
But I also worry about the globalization is almost pushing our young people into a very homogeneous way of looking and being in the world.
Yeah.
And there's so much pressure on them to be included or to feel included rather than be original and individual.
I understand.
And that's hard.
That's a huge challenge, right? What would you say to what would you say to myself as a 30-year Irishman? I do carry the passport. What would you say to ourselves? How can we do better?
We don't live in a vacuum. No, you're American Irish. Now I'm a traveler. We're in a room. We're in the same space. So I think I have to do better as well in being confident about moving into that space as a traveler woman, as a woman with disabilities, and maybe you, and I mean that as a euphemism for all of us. And I too occupy that privileged space. And we have to check ourselves and make room and look at who's in our friendship circles, who's in our work environments, who are in our colleges and universities, who are we being taught by, who are we being influenced. And I think those triggers often tell us who's not there. For example, as a disabled person, I would have grown up with a lot of gay people. I mean, and that hugely influenced my life and enriched in that I was exposed to their homophobia, what they received, and their pain, and that kind of building of solidarity.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I mean, I'm lucky in that I've always had a diverse group of people around me, not because I think, oh, you're lovely, you're black, you'll be my friend. Not like that, but there's a comfort in being around other travelers. There's a shared history and language, and also with disabled people. So the challenge for people like me is to push beyond our comfort zone.
Push beyond our comfort zone into that solidarity.
And also that old-fashioned concept of generosity. I think we don't always have it at the ready. I think generosity is about pulling back, stepping aside, like you did. You said, you asked me a question, so it was a shared dialogue.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for your generosity and your shared dialogue today.
Okay.
Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Dr. Rosaleen McDonagh.